Welcome to KotlinBytes. My name is Jacob, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about extension properties and functions. An extension property or function is a function that extends an object or a class, either a class that you've created yourself or that the system's already made available to you. This can be incredibly powerful. However, you have to use it intentionally because you don't want to overuse and create a mess of extension functions. But let's jump into it and see how it works. I want to create a variable called digits. It's going to represent a number, and I want to create a function as well as a property upon the type integer to count the number of digits that are in the number. An easy way to do this is to convert this number to a string and then count the characters. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Beneath main, I'm going to create a new function, just a normal function, called digit count. It's going to return an integer. To convert this normal function into an extension function, we have to define the type that we want to extend before the function name. In this case, it's int. When you create an extension function, this keyword is scoped in between these curly brackets to this object. So, if we return this .toString .length, this refers to the integer that we're applying this function to. So we're going to convert that number to a string and then count each character. So over here, this integer, if I were to say digit count, the function's available now, and as you can see, the definition is right here. So it's not a built-in function; it's one that we just created. And if we print this out, look at that, 4. Another cool thing about Kotlin is that you could use underscores to indicate like a comma, which can be useful for large numbers, but it doesn't actually affect the number itself. So notice how this is just 7 digits, because it is. Okay, I'm now going to convert this function to a property extension. To do so, we change fun to val, get rid of these parentheses, and just create the getter notation, and then get rid of the parentheses over here. And I think this makes a little bit more sense for this specific use case. But yeah, as you can see, the notation is basically the same. You just use val instead of a fun, and everything else remains the same. But yeah, this should work the same way. It does. This is an example of using extension properties and functions. You can use this in so many different ways. Again, for both pre-existing objects like we just did, or for your own custom classes and objects. Extension functions are incredibly powerful, but don't overuse them. It's something that's a little bit newer to Kotlin that wasn't there before with Java. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day.